Okay, we should have some sound now. Let's just start this over again. Okay, thank you. And thanks, Betsy. She's messaging me and through Facebook and Messenger, I think. Um, but yeah, I was saying that today is December 28th, 2021, and it's about 12:15 noon Central Standard Time. And I'm just on here because I'm making these little hourglass blocks. Guess I'll show it to you all. And I got a lot of them to make. I've cut a lot of pieces that are in this box. I did not count them to see if I have enough. I just cut a lot. And now I'm to the point where I need to sew them. And I'm bored already. And I only have 20 of them done. um, so let's see who else is in here. Just impromptu. Karen Tibbs. And thank you guys, all of you all, for letting me know there was no sound earlier. L Chimes. Maxie Doodle. Darlene Crosby. Kim Burris. Miss P. And she was the one that let me know in the text, so thank you so much. Alvita. Let's see. And Maxie Doodle talking about she's taking a break from this quilt. And here I am. Girl, yeah, I have not done anything on this thing before Christmas, so I finally got them cut Sunday, and I sold 20 of these things, and I was like, that's enough of that. I think I was just burned out from pressing, cutting, and just started sewing some of them. So these are the pieces that what I'm pressing now is what I had sewed the half parts and never put them together. So Judy Plaster is here, Mary Rudder. Miss P is asking, what am I doing with these? These are for Bonnie Hunter's current mystery quilt. So if you're interested in that, you can go to quiltville.blogspot.com and you will find the information. And we started on this, let's see, the Friday after Thanksgiving. And we're on clue number 5, but I'm working on clue number 4. Clue number 5 came out yesterday. And yeah, I'm not even trying to do that if I haven't even got this taken care of. So it's snowing in Washington. So she's knitting. And I'm supposed to had an appointment today where I was supposed to go pick something up. I guess I'll pick it up tomorrow. It started raining in the middle of the night, and it has rained all morning. And I'm like, I don't have to go out in bad weather if I don't want to, so I'm not going. I'm in my PJs still. Just ate something. Because y'all know I was up all night. I'm a night owl, so I work in nighttime for the most part. I'm trying to get sinus infection. I'm trying to combat that. Also, yesterday I went and got a booster shot. And my arm hurts. I'm sleepy. I slept all day yesterday. Ooh wee. So Ellen is here. Hey, Ellen. Kim says it's rainy and cold where she is. We're close. So she says it stopped for a while and now misting. And it started in the middle of the night. I had fallen asleep from the COVID stuff, the COVID booster. That's what it does for me, is it makes me sleepy. I've been getting some good rest. And I made myself get up now just to do something. I'm like, girl, you didn't do a stitch yesterday. So, yeah. So I decided I better get up and do something. Even if I don't do but another 20, it's better than nothing at all. So, and she says it's snowing in Indiana too. That's Ellen. Wow, man. Maria Mayer is here. Hello, Maria. Haven't seen or heard from you in a while. And L Times is asking me what is the size. I can't give you any sizes on Bonnie's pattern. You can go over to her website. This is part 4. It's still up on her blog. But they're tiny. And now I got somebody at my front door. I think that's my ring. I'll be right back, guys. These, how come everything I get is open? These are my shipping labels. Even they open. Whole bag. Ain't never been sealed by Amazon. Ain't that crazy? They don't seal my packages. You guys heard that. I just got a package from Amazon and they didn't even seal the package. I'm surprised anything's in that bag. That's weird. Dolores is here. Saying she's so glad she finally got a notification. Now, this is an impromptu one. It's amazing you got a notification on this one. And Darlene is also working on Bonnie Hunter's mystery. I'm sick of these things already. That's what Kevin convinced me to do this. Now, it's not his fault that I started it, but he wanted me to do it with him, and I didn't want to do it because I'm busy. And now that she's giving out the clues right now, I did parts 1, 2, and 3 kind of with no problem. And then part 4 came right before Christmas. It's like the week of Christmas, the week before Christmas. And I was doing stuff, trying to get prepared and ordering fabrics and stuff like that. So, yeah. No way. I won't be doing next year's, I can tell you that. The only reason I did this year's is because it was colors that I like. It was all pretty colors that are my color palette. So I went ahead and done it this time. Maxie Doodle says clue 5 is easier. Yeah. At least we got part of it already cut. Just got to pull out some pinks. Pull the pinks back out. So I'm just sitting here. Got this box all in the way. I'm just basically using my wood press to press these. I don't know why I'm pressing these seams open. I'm gonna press the next ones to the side anyway. I don't care. I'm like, why are you making this harder for yourself? This is a habit. I told you all before that it's a habit of mine to press all of my seams open, when in reality, you know, I just want to get these done. Now I've got all of these pressed open and now I'm starting to press them the other way. Ooh wee. Mary Rutter says, I'm working on those hourglass units today. That's awesome. I'm not done with flying geese yet. See? It takes a while to do Bonnie Hunter mystery. You got to devote a lot of time. And then some people in the group are doing 2 and 3 of them. It's amazing to me I'm like, I don't know what type of sewing they do. They must have I guess I just don't sew fast. So, I can't handle it. Hi, Tiffany. Tiffany is here with Tiffany's Quilting Life. Um, Patricia Carluccio is here. She says, I've got clue 1 and 3, but not 2. Okay. I don't even know what was wrong with me. I'm having such a habit of pressing all my seams open, and it's like, and I had pressed probably my previous seams or pressed open, but I'm tired of that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh gosh. I was able to see my doctor and get antibiotics for a bad UTI, so I'm beginning to feel better. Yeah, my nephew, for some reason, he just went into the they had to admit him that his UTI was so bad. I said, I think partly because men have a longer urinary tract, so it takes them longer to know that they're in trouble. But they had to admit him for 24 hours so they could give him IVs that long. Can someone put the website for the quilt she is making? It's a quilt. I don't know if it's there already, but I'll just say it again for those coming in. It's www.quiltville.com/blogspot. Now you could just put quiltville.com and go to her and just go and click on the word blog. But it's not on her website, it's on her actual blog. And then you want the rhododendron trail, something like that, mystery. She came out with part 5 yesterday. I didn't even download it yet. Talking about TD in General Hospital. My mom watches The Young and the Restless. I remember when I was younger, long time ago, I used to when I was recording stuff on the VCR, I would record The Young and the Restless to watch when I got home while I cooked. But not anymore. I said, when I retired, I said, you know what? Since you quit that, don't get hooked back into that. My mother is so bad that you can't even call her during Young and the Restless times. It better be an emergency. So, yep. Nancy Gus is here. Cindy Hall also. And so Miss P found it good. Thank you, Kim. She's reminding people to hit the thumbs up. So for these that I, press to the side like I intended to, I'll sew these first because they'll be easier to line up. I don't have to match at the seam where they're going opposite direction. So I had to take off my shoe. I can't feel my pedal. That's weird. We all are creatures of habit. All I really want to do is sleep, for real, for real. And I do have business stuff I need to do, but I need to get these done. If I get too far behind, I'll never finish this mystery. I can only be in one place at one time, unfortunately. Mary says the colors are pretty for the mystery. Yes, they are. And that's one of the main reasons I'm doing it. Like every color she picked is my color. Like as far as putting stuff together, keeping it bright, nothing dark, no green. I don't really, green's okay, but I don't have to have it unless it's lime green. But she had the pinks, the reds, which are the brights. She had some yellow. I didn't understand how that one's gonna fall in, but it's in there. And then we've got this dark red, burgundy-ish kind of color is what I picked. And then some kind of like teal blue or something. I don't know. Whatever you pick. Um, Kim is asking if everybody had a good Christmas. Laura Mullen is here. Hi, Laura. And she's saying that Christmas was tough for her all alone, but I made it through. Phyllis G says, hi, T and everyone. Hey, Phyllis. Hey, Phyllis, your shirt's ready to be mailed. I sent you an invoice. You probably got it either in the junk mail, mixed up over the holiday. I thought I sent it yesterday, but it could have been in the middle of the morning, too. It could have been like Sunday, middle of the morning on Monday. Y'all know how I work. um, I got your North Carolina quilter shirt made. And I'm almost to the point where these things are so little that if I accidentally put the same fabric together, I don't think it would matter too much. I know I'm not going to stress over it. Oops. Thank you, Tiffany. Cynthia Shade says, hello, surprise, surprise from Chicago. Hope all is doing well and enjoyed their Christmas. um, Kim says, if I get bored with strings, I will start on some of Tiffany's 25 patch blocks. Yes, those blocks are really nice. I've been watching all of those from the comfort of my bed. uh, some pretty blocks. All right, now these are the little doohickeys that are pressed open. And we're not repressing. So we're just going to line them up, hold it in the middle, and pray. I'm not even going to pin. I didn't want to pin. That's why I was pressing them to the side and forgot. It's been 2 days since I worked on them, so I forgot. Teresa McCormick here says, hello, T and all. Glad to be with you. Hey, Teresa. I think Quilt's live, too. They normally are live just about every day at noon, it seems like, but I didn't feel like listening to them today. And thinking of AccuQuilt, if you all use my affiliate link in the last quarter of this month, send me an email with the date of your order and your order number course, I'll have your name and email, and then I'll put you into a drawing. I don't know what I'm giving away yet, but I'll add you into a drawing. We'll see how many people are in it, and then I'll decide what I'm giving away. And Ellen, I'll add you in for the one that I know you did because I did the order for you. So I'll add you in for that. I know that order. She doesn't have the invoice. Um, Maxie Doodle says, this mystery makes 4-star general piece of cake. See, I told you all. It's worse things. And then smaller pieces. You just gotta. It just takes more patience. And then the thing I don't like about buying these mysteries, I like them in the end when they're done, but I don't like the whole process because you have large quantities of things you got to sew. And it's like, I don't feel like making that many. And I told you all, I get bored with processes. So when I'm making the same unit a gazillion times, I get bored easy. So I'm like, let's go live and see if I can at least get another 20 done. I need some company. My husband is here. Like I said, I was supposed to be out making a run, but I'm not doing that. It's not necessary. I'll do it tomorrow. It's raining, and I'm like, I don't have to go out and get wet. So we'll just leave that where it's at. One more day won't hurt. All right, so those are sewed at least, and I've got just this box is just filled with pieces. I think I want to put the red on top. Let me get caught up a little bit. Oh, Phyllis says, thanks, T. I will check the email. Thank you, Phyllis. Appreciate it. Laura says, what are strings? Strings are things, this is what I have in my room here to just sew together. When I cut these pieces, these are the scraps that are left over from cutting other pieces. Now, if you don't have strings and you're working on a string quilt, then you can cut them from yardage. And what you do is you don't even worry about squaring up your edges. You just start randomly cutting strips. Say if you had fat quarters, you just start randomly cutting strips. I don't go normally any higher than 2.5. Sometimes I have a piece bigger than that because it's the final scrap and I just don't cut it down like this piece. It's just bigger than 2.5. And so you're just creating strings, and strings end up being pieces that look like this, just strips of randomly sized pieces. And these are the pieces that I had left over from just die cutting these. So some of them are going to be small, tiny pieces. You'll have to decide what you want to keep and not keep. I tend to mostly work with like at least 1 inch wide for strings. If I'm keeping squares, that's a whole nother issue when I get into my scrap storage. But then you just take these random pieces and you just sew these randomly back together. So I'll put like something skinny in between these two wider pieces here. And then you just make either string blocks with them, string sashing. You can cut these into block pieces, make half square triangles with them. You can do whatever you want. You just treat them like regular fabric at that point. So that's what strings are. And I just happen to have these here because this is what I had left over from cutting that I don't want to pitch. Some stuff I do pitch, and some stuff I don't. I'll just sew them up. So one day when I come in here and don't want to do any precise piecing, then I'll just run those through and get them all attached and make one long strip out of them. Hey, Brenda. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays and Happy New Year. She's posted on my chat a couple of times, so that's pretty cool. She says, "Good morning from Canada. I grabbed my hand sewing and I'm here to watch you." Well, thank you, Brenda. And Brenda also has a channel. I think one of her favorite series for me is when she um, adds on to traditional blocks, like she repurposed traditional blocks. So I like that series. Hey, Bettina Fink, she says, "Hey, everyone. Mary did some of Tiffany's blocks this morning." Hi, Marilyn Ray. She says, "I enjoy your quilting. Try to watch for you." Well, thank you. I'm still not down to the bottom. You all are talking today. Communicating. I think I'm going to turn this pile upside down so I don't have to flip them over. They'll already be flipped. And I'm just randomly sewing. I got my pieces. I die cut my pieces, of course. And then I've just gone through and separated some of them out into stacks. So I know, because I haven't counted, so I don't know if I need all of them or not. But I definitely don't want to sew all of one set of fabrics together and then look up and get to the end and I got 10 fabrics I didn't use. So I just go through the stacks and match them up, pair them up, take out, one of each. And I do that for like maybe 8 stacks. I'll make 8 stacks and just start sorting into 8 stacks the same fabric because I know I'm going to need a lot. This is ridiculous. I'm complaining as I'm working on somebody's mystery. And it's only because I'm behind that it's ridiculous, okay? It's really not ridiculous. If I was caught up, it wouldn't be ridiculous. So I'm glad that the next part is a lot bigger pieces anyway. So it should go fast. And Ellen's talking about AccuQuilt says, yes, it's live, giving 40% off. Yeah. They've been doing different percentages ever since, from the get-go, really. But since Christmas, they've been all the way up to 55 on some days. So now they're going back down. So it's about to end. Kim says T has some too. Both are wonderful. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know, Kim. I missed that. Let me go down to the bottom. I don't know what Kim was saying. T has some too. I don't know. I read so many comments and then I miss some. Janice Miller is here. You're welcome, Laurie. She's saying thank you. Learning more and more every day. Yes, that's what it's all about. um, Maxie Doodle says it's difficult with AccuQuilts 40% off. They're out of stock of the dyes I want. Yeah, and I think when they even do their sales, they even say that it's not, because I went over there wanting to get some stuff and it was out of stock as well. So yeah. So yep. And I guess because they running sales and deals every day, but their supply, everybody's having shipping issues. So I had placed in the middle of the night. I placed an order with a African fabric company, and then I went to bed about, I don't know, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. because I was like, with this medicine, I was tired anyway. So I go to bed, and then my phone rings at 8 a.m., which is 7 p.m., 7 a.m., I'm sorry, 7 a.m. in New York. And it was the company for the fabric. The guy was calling me to tell me that most of the stuff on his website, that, you know, he went trying to go pull my order and he doesn't have it, saying that he's having shipping difficulties. And he's saying, I'm letting you all know this because he's saying that he's having where they want to add high tariffs on foreign packages coming in. And so it makes it that their fabric is a lot more expensive. And so then they got to raise their rates if they're going to pay for that. So he hasn't ordered anything while the shipping is high. Now, I noticed when I shipped some packages that the shipping went down just a few cents. So I don't know if that post office increase was temporary or not, but I noticed that the packages I sent yesterday went in a little bit cheaper by, you know, some cents. That it had gone up before. I was surprised to see that. And it was the day after, you know, the shipping day after Christmas. So I was surprised. And when I went to mail those packages, that post office line was at the door. The outer door entering the post office. That line was that long. So, hey, Vivian. Nora 22,000 is here. Thanks, Kim, for telling Vivian what I'm working on. Oh, videos on strings, yes. Yeah, I do have a lot of, I have an actual playlist of just string stuff. And I show you how to do them just sewing strings together. And I also show you how to do what they call mile a minute method. Okay, thanks, Laura. Laurie was letting me know too. Katrina's here. Never apologize. You get here when you get here, Katrina. Heather Grant says, hey T, been here a minute, but trying to get some chores done. Now I get to curse my dishwasher. Oh, that is funny. What did you get for Christmas, Miss T? Um, I showed you all on Saturday. Um, my daughter gave me money and pajamas and what else? Money, pajamas, uh, house shoes. I can't remember what the other thing was in there. I can't remember. My husband gave me money. And then I gave myself, I told you all a long time ago that I had lost my ring. So I purchased my ring, my wedding rings again. I was on a trip out of town, went into the bathroom, washed my hands, and yeah, I was putting lotion on my hands. I sat down, put lotion on my hands because I had to go into my purse. I think my phone rang or something. You get distracted. And I stood up. I had the rings apparently in my lap. I left the store, got to my car, realized I didn't have my rings on, so I go back to the car. I was in a Macy's, and my rings were gone from where I was sitting, and of course nobody in there saw the rings, so I lost my rings. So I rebought my rings. I actually bought them in November, but that was my Christmas gift to myself. But my family, my sister gave me a pretty necklace. I think it was just a necklace, but it was like a tiered necklace. It was really pretty. And my niece got a package for me at my mom's house. I haven't gotten it yet. The other niece gave me a pajama set. My nephew gave me a bag that had like some apple cider in it. Trying to think what else was in there. Ink pen. He gave me a strawberry pin cushion, which I was surprised. He said somebody had given it to him and he didn't know what to do with it. He said, but I'm giving it to you because he's not going to hand. So, and then also a miscellaneous, it was some big buttons that you would use like on a tote bag or something like that. So he had that in there too. So it was kind of like little miscellaneous stuff. And I kind of told you all that I didn't do a whole lot of shopping and stuff. I gave my family um, LED lights and mask. That's what they got. And I haven't had any Christmas gifts come in the mail from quilters other than Rose, um, Remo JS. She gave me a $25 Starbucks card. And I went up there yesterday and I talked to the people. She only gave me that one. So Orlando Ramos says, I am on the AccuQuilt website. I am so overwhelmed with all the choices. I hope you went over there using my link. If not, back out of there. Start over. Mary is here saying hi to everyone. What a nice surprise. Mary says, I don't know what she's saying up at the, oh, I can't wait to see your rings. I actually got it on. She says, T, I did that once at a restaurant. I put lotion on and they fell to the floor. Thank God the waiter saw them. My stepdaughter just said to just slightly bite them now. I know. Oh, yeah, put them in your mouth so you know where they are. So they get right back on. And Tiffany says she's having lunch before I leave to get my lung CT scan. So I'm here listening. So Orlando go, of course I'm using your link, T. Even if you go over there just looking, just make sure. Because I think they might keep track of that too. I don't know. I don't get anything for that, but it just lets them know that my links are active. So they at least get counted as my links are being used. So, and when we were in here on Saturday and somebody said that they couldn't get my link to work, the AccuQuilt site was down. AccuQuilt has been having so many sales and stuff that their website has been crashing off and on for like the past few months. And I had forgot about that. And then they sent out an email the next day saying that they were having difficulties with their website. So if my link doesn't work, it's probably because AccuQuilt's site has crashed. Jonah Crutchfield is in here. Just I stopped by for a minute. I'm on my break. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I got all of this mound back here, but we're going to keep sewing. Just don't want it to get too ridiculous back there. So yeah, but the fabric guy, so he calls me. I'm in the middle of a conversation. I get questions. He calls me to tell me that all the stuff isn't that I put on that form. I had about 11 or 12 different fabrics because every time I go to a new company, I'll order different things. So like I'll order things at different price points. And I don't even contact them on my first order, even for a wholesale order. I just go to the site, order, because if I don't like your fabrics, I won't be ordering from you anymore anyway. So there's no need for me setting up a wholesale account. So I was just on there, putting stuff in the cart. I think I had 11 things, but I had doubled one of them because it was really cute, and I knew you all were gonna like it too. So, he calls me at 8 to tell me that he doesn't have this stuff, and I was asleep at 8. So I have bonnet on my head, and I have to get up He's using WhatsApp to contact me. And he was really nice though. I mean, he handled them orders right out the gate. So I like companies like that when they at least paying attention to what's coming in and stuff like that. And I was his first priority when he got to work. And like I said, if it was 8 here, it had to be 7 in New York. No, it was 8, 9 in New York. So he had just got in. They're ahead of us an hour. So yeah. But he had me on the WhatsApp so that he could walk me around his shop and show me what he had, and I was selecting fabrics through the phone. It was funny. I was still sleepy, but I appreciated what he was doing, and that was really kind of him to do that, because I was gonna just tell him to just fill my order with anything. I really didn't care because I was sleepy. And yeah, because it's not like I'm needing a particular fabric, except that it was some fabrics that I was interested in. That he had some drum fabric, and he said I had ordered quite a few yards of it, and he said he only had like 2 or 3 yards of each one, maybe, or pieces of it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the one I really like. I got a duplicate here. I'm gonna sit you right there for right now so it don't go in the same spot. Had one that stuck together. Kevin the quilter talking about, excuse me, I'm missing Miss T Live. When the cat's away, the mouse will play. Laughing out loud, just landed in New Orleans. Yes. I'm trying to get them to motivate me to get these blocks. I told you I only had 20 of them done, and I don't even know if I got enough pieces cut. So yeah, I need some help. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to stay out of the bed, Kevin, because all I want to do is go to sleep with that booster shot. I slept about 3/4 of yesterday away. Maddie Barnum, hey T, I missed this live. It was impromptu, girl. It was no plan. I needed an audience to be with me in my misery. Ugh. Connie is here. Hey, Connie. Robin says, on lunch break and just saw you live. What a nice surprise. that is that is great. That is awesome. Let's see. And Miss P says, yes, that shot does make you sleep. And it's you out of nowhere and get you out of nowhere, I think. Shirley says, I'm cheering to you. Yes, I need it. Like I said, if I don't, I had the other ones, I had 20 that were almost done. I haven't even counted this one. I'm just sewing this stack of quarter square triangles here. But if I don't get but another 40, that's 40 I didn't have before. That's for sure. Because they sure won't sew themselves. And like I said, I won't even look at the next. I've seen the next clue. My dear friend Kevin, he's been trying to make sure I stay up because he knew I was behind on this one. So he sent me a direct link, which was really sweet of him. So I didn't even have to go looking for it. But I haven't cut those because I had all of these to sew. And then I don't know, I don't read the paper. I don't read Bonnie's instructions. I'm a picture person. I look at the pictures. And then up under the pictures, she normally tells you how many you need. And then I just go. Because I didn't even know that this was coming out on Monday. So instead of last Friday. But I didn't care because I didn't look. Kevin was the one that told me on Christmas Eve that it hadn't come out because I thought I was really behind anyway. But I knew I was still going to be behind. But, hey, we got to do what we can. And I got one more in this set. I'm trying to make sure that's one quarter square triangle here. And I'm going to do this one. And then we get to cut this super long chain I have. See who else has come in. Cassaville says, hi, TNR Quilters. Greetings from Germany. Hello and welcome. I've seen your name before. Marty just got her flight canceled. Oh, wow. That must be some bad stuff up in the sky if they canceling. I don't know what's going on up there. I haven't looked at the news at all. I just knew when it was raining and been raining this long, I just decided I was not going outside. So I'll keep these pajamas on. Time to go to bed, I'll go take a shower and put on new pajamas and go right back to bed. I'm not going outside today. I'm eating whatever's in the house. I'm only doing what's in the house. Not today. And Maxie Doodle says she do the same. I look at the picture and ask myself, do I have a die for that? Yep. Thank you, Kim. She's reminding people to please hit the thumbs up button. I appreciate that. For those that are coming in, I am working on Bonnie Hunter's mystery. I'm not giving any measurements, but we're making these little hourglass units for the mystery. This is part 4. I'm actually behind. She is, yesterday she put out part 5. So I'm trying to get caught up. Hi, Susan T. Katrina's up to her shenanigans again. She done lost Shari's bobbins. How do you sew with that jacket? I have to put my granny gown short sleeve and loose fitting to show. I only put this on because I'm in my pajamas. I don't normally sew in it unless it's cold. And ever since I've been hot flashing, I haven't been cold much. So it's not a lot. I don't normally have this on. And I got long sleeves on under it too. Long sleeve pajamas. So yeah. These are my half hourglass units. And then I got whatever number is on that end down there made. That'll be, I'm hoping, at least 20 that are already sewed. So now it's time to do all the pressing. And I'm just pressing with my wood iron. And then when I finish all of them, I guess I'll go hit them with the heated iron to make sure they stay nice and flat. Okay. It looks like I sewed this one with the white on top. And that'll be a different one. It's not that it can't be used. I just got to make one more like it. I tried to put the red on top, but sometimes when I'm sewing and reading comments and talking, I miss one. So I'll just make one like it later. And nope, that's not it. I thought I had one, but that's not it. Pay attention here. Well, it won't make a big deal. When I start sewing them, I'll notice. Do you press all those? Yes, I do. You can't do the next step otherwise. You got to do something. But I'm not going to press it with a heated iron. I think I was just saying that when she was asking. I'm going to use my wood press here. These are my blocks that are completed down here on the bottom. Nice thing about that die cutting system, I don't have any dog ears to trim. That's another plus. Ellen says she's eating a good chicken and noodle soup with vegetables. Yep. I still got soups in my freezer. I pull them out when I'm ready, but I'm still eating off of holiday leftovers. I cook so much food. I had so much chicken. I got to I'm going to break it down and probably make some chicken and noodle or chicken and rice. Haven't decided yet. I could do more chicken vegetable soup, but I do still have some in my freezer, but it was really good. Now I'm just pulling out these seams up to my cross seam allowance so I can spin these little seams easier. Sometimes I'll just smash them down and make them work. I'll use my little seam ripper to pull out 2 or 3 stitches here. Sometimes I just smash them down in the middle and just make them turn. And I might be doing that in a few. Looks like my hand-eye coordination don't want to cooperate. Okay. My hand-eye coordination is not cooperating today. I'm laughing at myself. Oh, gosh. So, is everybody finished celebrating Christmas? Some people, they wait and celebrate later. So anybody still got to do your family get together or anything like that? Okay, I've had enough of this already. Trina, I hope you find those bobbins. Yeah, I think Tiffany and Kim are both working chats at the same time. See, it just spins and makes a cute little back here. I just don't like taking the stitches out. Look at the back. And then this is the front of one of my little hourglass units up close. That's the closest I can get. And I try to do some of these so I don't have them all to do, but I'm almost wondering if I should just sew. And then I can do these while I'm like, do this, just get a book or something and do it while I'm sitting down. So I'll go ahead and work on these instead of worrying about those. Let me put this up. I have no idea what we're doing for a live chat tomorrow. I did have some more cards that came in. This is from my friend. I don't have them all in here because I had a card from Betsy. I wasn't prepared to do that. But let's open up cards. This is from Logan, Utah. I don't know who this is. Marion Bright. And it says, Tijuana, thanks for all you do to support us at Quilt Easy. Oh, okay. It says, keep up the great work. Hope your Christmas is a good one. Thanks, John. So this is from John and Quilt Easy. I'm like, I don't know who's in Utah. May your Christmas be merry and bright and everything in between. That was really nice. Oh, wow. This is Quilt Easy, guys. I'm not going to say what they sent me, but hey, let me see what it says on here, if it says anything. Like what it's for. Just for supporting them. That's really nice. Well, thank you, Quilt Easy. I have to email them. Totally unexpected. I'm like, I don't know who's in Utah. And that's their shirt. They had already sent me a shirt. So that was really sweet. This is from Dee Dee. This is her payment for her African fabric, but she put it in a Christmas card, I bet. Let's see. Yeah, that's what this is. And she says, thanks, T. Dee Dee. Just want to make sure. It's got a pretty waterscape card. That is gorgeous. I love landscapes, period. I just don't want to take care of them because it takes time. And this is from my friend Mary. She sometimes pops in here and harasses me under her husband's account. And she normally sends a card, and she always has a picture in it. So very pretty card front. Modern poinsettias, I guess. And wishing you a wonderful holiday season and a happy and prosperous new year. Oh. And then these are her 2 kids and the dog. Look at that. Very nice. And you want to read what she said. She was my friend where her mom passed this year. So it's been a hard Christmas for her. So very nice surprises. And I got to go get the other ones. I'll take a break and get the other ones later. See what's going on. Patricia says, T, that quilt you ordered from Quilt in a Day, the pretty colored one, do you need special rulers? No, well, not really. It's paper piece, but what I use is add a quarter rulers. When I paper piece, I have one this size, which is 6 inches long. And then I also have one that's 12 inches long. And I'm thinking with this quilt, you're going to need probably both sides. They'll probably start out smaller and get bigger, but I may not even be able to use this at all. So it makes it easier. And if you haven't seen any of my paper piecing videos, go watch them because I always use that. And I show you how and why I use it if you paper piece. Mary Williams says, hey T, Mary from Cincinnati. I watch and listen all the time. I love what you do. I'm 84 and don't do much typing with one good hand. Well, hi Mary and welcome, and thank you so much for popping a comment in the chat box. Much appreciated. Really enjoy that. My grandmother, I got her old sewing machine, but she never sewed in my lifetime. I'd never seen her sew. And so I wish I had somebody in my family that sewed, but nobody is interested in that. So it's pretty cool to have someone 84 years old still at it. So that's pretty cool. Lenny Donahue says, hello and Merry Christmas. Thanks for doing your channel. So nice to keep company with us. Yes, you are so welcome. I enjoy it. I haven't had time to do much editing. That's what I need to do because I got like my completion videos. It's going to be a hot mess when I do finally make a video for that because I'm probably just going to combine them all into one video. I don't recall making one for November. And then for the month of December, I only did my customer's quilt after I did it, I think. But we'll see what I come up with. I don't know. I haven't even taken pictures of t-shirts I've been making. I've just been making stuff, putting it in the mail. Nothing is documented like it used to be right now. I'm a poor business that needs an assistant that I can't pay. I need free labor. That's ridiculous. You're welcome, Patricia. Thank you, Mary. So yeah, I'm just trying to get these pressed so I can just run these through. And I do have one up here that I can't use, which means I probably have another one here that's going to be a single that won't go together with that. You should be making these in pairs if, it depends on how you die cut. I die cut different types of ways. So sometimes I have pairs, sometimes I don't. Because if I don't have a piece big enough to cover and make 4 at one time, I'll just cut the one out of a scrap. Because it's better to have that one piece cut that I need than to have a piece of scrap that I'm not going to use for another 20 years. So I've rationalized how I cut my stash a lot. I don't get all wrapped up in what I'm wasting die cutting, because I'm wasting a whole lot if it's not die cut. So. So you all aren't telling me, what are you all doing? Are you working on anything? Some of you all told me you were knitting, so I got those. But some of you are sewing the project that I'm working on, but a lot of you all haven't said what you're doing today. I almost threw this stack. I'm hoping I got at least another 20 blocks here. And I'll count those that I have to press down on the desk here. See, pressing them over is a little bit faster than pressing the seams open, which I have a bad habit of doing. Darlene saying I'm working on the same units as you. Orlando says, I added a whole bunch of stuff to my AccuQuilt cart and then saw the total. I need to keep it under 400. Shaking my head. You put all the discount codes in and your reward points. Make sure you put it all in there. And the nice thing about this time of year is they do free shipping even on small orders. So you can just order $50 order and they still will do that. And then also, anybody that's ordered AccuQuilt, I'm just saying this again for people that are coming in late. Go into your AccuQuilt account, look at your orders. If you've ordered anything October through December, send me an email with your order number and the date. And then I will verify those and I'll put you into a drawing. I'm going to do a drawing for people that have been using my AccuQuilt links, just so you all know. I don't know when in January. It's going to be, of course, January because it goes through to the end of the year. But I don't know when yet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 20. Just happened to be that way because I'm just sewing. I just cut scraps. So that's 20. So that means I'm only going to have 19 of these then, because I got one I can't use. Oh, Kim is working on a pot of ham and potato chowder. Now that sounds good too. Love soups and I love bread, and they both go together so well. I have to make myself not make bread because I could eat bread. And it's hot bread, just keep bringing it. It is so good. Phyllis G says, I'm making a composition book covers. That's cool. Those are great gifts, and it makes them pretty. Whoops. I knocked out my knee lift. Why do you keep flipping back? I got a couple of seams here that's flipping back my way. But we're going to just keep moving. We're not going to worry about it. I'm going to pull the seam allowance out on the seam and flip it back anyway. Uh-oh, sound like my thread broke. It went through there. We'll see. I'll put this one on there and then I'll take a look. They so tiny, I have to sew it all the way off. Just want to take a look at this, make sure it's sewing right underneath. Yep. When I said it did that, it has like a thread tail. I don't know what's up with that. Let me see if this one's right. Yep, that one's right. It's sewed, but it got extra thread. It just sounded funny. You know your machines. Just listen to your machines. Just trying to make sure, I'm just trying to glance at these lights to make sure I'm not putting the same light. And sometimes when you have your tone on tones, it's hard to tell. Which means if it's pieced in this little bitty square, it's not really going to matter. Just pick up two. This is my first time ordering from Quilt. I have never used the system. Wow. Yeah, it would have been, if this was your first time and you're getting a lot, it would have been so much better to have ordered even Sunday or yesterday, because they had 50 and 55%. Now every day they're going to take it down instead of higher. But 40% is still good, because during the regular year, you get 20, 25%. Very rarely you'll get 30. So 40 is still good for them as a company. Betsy says, I'm about to walk into Boutiques Plus. I have a gift certificate that is burning a hole in my pocket. All right. Boutique Plus is the one that's moving next year, next August. And right now they have so much inventory that they have already put stuff on sale. They're losing their lease. And so they got to move somewhere else. And they have, like, when they have, they're not like the regular store that has a boat of boutique. They might have 6 and 7 boats of one boutique, and they have the whole line of, I want to say Hoffman boutiques is what they sell. And so they say they got stuff on sale. And they said it may not be reflected on the website. So if you all order from Boutiques Plus, call them up. Ask them what's their sales, if that's what you buy. Don't just put your order through online. Lindarella, I'm working on Laura Birch quilt for a friend that helped me with my cat when she was sick. Now that's awesome. And Laura Birch got the cute animal fabrics prints. Pretty cool. And she's even got the cats as a feature too. Very nice. I'm working on my January sewing class outline. That's from Sew Sell It. Orlando, when you're buying the system too, it is important that when you get it, that you cut appropriately, like knowing where your length of grain is, to make sure that when you're making units like this, that they match up perfectly. So that's going to be a learning thing. And I have recorded a couple of videos, probably not as thorough as I would like, but it's going to be talking about stuff like that. I just need to get my butt in gear and edit those. But I just started doing those this month. So, and I even did a video where I cut these out, showing people how to, you know, cut this stuff from scraps. So I should have 19 blocks here because I'm going to have 2 units I can't sew together if I had 20 in the other stack. So we'll just put these to the side. Yeah, because they're different. One's up and one's down. So we got to press all of these. So I got more units here. So that's another at least 19. So that's 60 out of a gazillion. Let me trim these before I read. Just to get this done, I'll get my next stacks out. And I might want to go ahead and make one wrong so I can make sure it matches up. I can go ahead and sew that unit. Maybe I'll do that because I'll forget later. So I got pieces here for my next set. White on this side, red over here, but turn it upside down. Okay. But this time I want to sew this unit like that with the white on top, just so it matches the one I got, and then all the other ones can go right. Which also means I need to sew one that's right because I'll come back and sew all of them to what's under my current needle. Creature of habit. All right, so let's cut this off. And this goes up there. Okay, let me get caught up, see what you guys are working on. Susan says, I took a ride to my local quilt shop. I had a gift certificate, Christmas fabric on sale. Fun times, yes. And Ellen's telling Betsy to pretend that I'm with you. Oh, she says, no, Abby's kitty passed in April. Oh, that's sad. Tiffany says, well, T and friends, I'm going to take a short nap before I leave for my appointment. Have a wonderful rest of the day, everyone. Bye. Bye, Tiffany. Thank you so much. That was 10 minutes ago, so hopefully she's seen it or heard it. Yeah, that's so sorry. Slowing down Joe says, hello, fellow quilters. Sue Donnelly, hi friends, been making a new pin cushion to sharpen my pins. Gave away several for Christmas. That's pretty cool. What do you use? Did you use sand or some other surface? Walnut, crushed walnut shells? What did you use for sharpening? Next will be a pieced quilt back inspired by T. Yes. June says, hi T, what are you up to? Just sewing Bonnie Hunter's mystery. Nora says, I'm making Kwanzaa quilt messenger bags today. That's awesome. Just for the record, Cliff moved the bobbins when he tried to put the Martelli ergonomic machine platform in. So it wasn't her, is what she's saying. Laura says, I keep hitting the wrong button on my phone and kicking myself out of the room. That is funny. It happens. Crushed walnuts, yes. That's what I was wondering. Which one did she use? Thank you, Sue. Still want to press this to the other side. I don't want to press it to the white, even though it's going that way. I sewed it that way. And I even, well, it's one of those fabrics. Well, I sewed it to the wrong side of the fabric too, but that's okay too. I do that a lot. You know, we pay for both sides of the fabric anyway. So when it's this tiny, I don't even worry about it. Now, if it was an 8-inch square on the wrong side, I might care. Today, nope. And then sew another one to get this off. And I guess I gotta sew, I guess I need to sew this one too, because it should be included in the previous stack. I think this one can go in this stack, because it'll still be 20. I don't think all of my stacks are gonna have 20, because like I said, I didn't cut in even numbers anyway, so I'm gonna have to count them anyway. I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll just keep sewing what I got. Stay focused. I'm thinking I had to put one more in that stack, but I had 2 pieces, which means 2 blocks I was making, in case I lost anybody. Kim's moving that dish further along. Got them all in the crock pot. That's pretty cool. Do you have a pressure cooker too, Kim? I don't have a pressure cooker. I'm still old school with the crock pot. I have an updated crock pot, but it's still a crock pot. It's not a pressure cooker. Not much of a chat person because I type so slow, but I'm an awesome lurker. All right, Lindarella. Brenda says, I have to go and eat lunch with my hubby. Thank you, T, for hosting this live event. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope 2022 is kind and gentle to us all. Exactly. I'm praying for that too. My 2021 ended very well, so I want my 2022 to continue that way. Laughing at Lori. Teresa, I Quilt too is here. Hi, Teresa, Louise. Mary says, it's time to walk the dogs before weather change. I'll check and see if you all are still on when I get back. How long have we been here? An hour and 33 minutes. We'll do a couple hours and then I'll get off. At least I did 2 hours of sewing over no hours of sewing. I still got a t-shirt I got to make. I got it designed. I designed it this morning, but I had to move some stuff so I could cut it, and I didn't feel like doing that. So at some point today, I need to get that because I'm going to do a post office run tomorrow, weather permitting or not. Oh my gosh. Weather permitting or not. And Sue saying that the pressure cooker is amazing. And she says, I have a Power Plus 8-quart pressure cooker, and I love it. I love the chicken fixed in it. Okay. So she has it too. Beverly Simmons says, what? I got you really finally yippee from Newfoundland, Canada. Hey, Beverly. I've been on here about an hour and a half now. I'm going to sew this next set and then probably read chats, and then we'll get off. I'll have 20, 40. I have 60 more of these little units than what I had before I started. Oh my goodness. And I still have a gazillion more to make. My box is still full. Look at that. I'll spread them out a little bit. Well, I'll be putting these other pieces in there. Maybe I'll go press these 60 that I got. I'll take this box to my room um, in case I get sleepy or something, because that's the other issue I'm dealing with is this shot is making me so sleepy. So some pieces sewn is better than no pieces sewn. And I'm doing them in batches so I can count them easy. I'll get a piece of paper eventually and start writing the numbers down. But right now, I'm just sewing because I'm nowhere near that number. And Bonnie does say on her mysteries that you could just sew like a quarter or a third of the pieces and, start out small. That you don't have to do the whole thing, that you can still, make the quilt. You might have some extra units of this and that, or be short some units, and then you just have to resew what you're making. But I just rather sew the whole thing if I'm going to do it, because I know I don't want to go back and do it later. So, but she does give that option and give tips for that. Guess I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm going down. I'm going all the way down. I just got to keep sewing, get caught up. But it won't be today. What are you doing? I'm making little hourglass units, Beverly. Laughing at Beverly saying she's waving to me. uh, Susan says, oh, she's talking to Kim. Kim said the sun is shining. I can't see. I normally have my curtain open a little bit so I can see outside, but I don't today. I haven't had it open for a while. I think I was trying to prevent letting my neighbors behind me know that I was in this room. So I finally closed it all the way up. Ooh wee. These little units. Those are some small hourglass blocks, T. Yes, they are. Anytime you touching something in your hand, it's almost covering it up. That's tiny. That's what Darlene was saying. This is now Maxie Doodle, or I can't remember if it was Maxie Doodle or Darlene. One of them said that this make the 4-star general look easy. I said, keep a living. I told you the 4-star general was easy. You put it in perspective with this. Woohoo. Stack almost done. Some of these fabrics I got heavy starch. I think a couple of my lights I got from Deborah Quilts, and that girl knows she loves some starch. That fabric ain't even thinking about moving. about 4 more in this stack here of reds. Maybe one short of a light. We shall see in a second. That's the only way to get them done is push them through one after the other. Let's see. And I could have cut these where I had my fabrics right sides together, but I'm one of those people that I don't like pairing like 4 of the same thing on purpose. If it happens accidentally, that's fine. So I did not cut these right sides together. It would have been a lot. Oh, this is the same fabric. It would have been a lot faster for me. This goes over there. I just need one of these because this same unit is the same fabric, just so happened. Or I think it is. It's real close if it isn't. Very similar. Might be a different fabric, but because it's so little, I can't tell. Okay. Okay, now we can cut these and press open. Let's see. Hi, Zella McKenzie. She says, no sun in West Michigan. I got family in Michigan. That's where I lost my rings. In Michigan. And then I even I called Macy's and everything, and nobody turned them in or anything. I asked the employees that work there. Nobody turned them in. And the funny thing was, we were in the men's suit section. So, yeah. You would think somebody over in that section would give you your stuff back, but nope. They used my rings to go pay for their suit, I guess. And I was so mad at myself, I wouldn't even go buy one for a few years. I want to say I lost it in 2019 or 2020. No, 2018. Either 2018 or 2019. I can't remember. I went to attend my uncle and my aunt's 50th wedding anniversary. All right. Let's see if I missed anything right above. I missed a lot of comments. Hold on. Oh, I seen the sun. Claudette Bettis came in, says hi, T and everybody. Hi, Claudette. And I'm knitting for Isles Mittens. I am knitting Fair Isles Mittens. Okay. That's Beverly. People talking about the weather. And Beverly saying, wondering would we be related way back. You know, the Simmons family is large, but I don't know that side of the family as well. And so I have no idea. Now we do have family reunions and I go every so often, but I don't really know everybody on that side. So I just know the ones that hang out in the circle of my aunts and uncles. The ones that don't hang out in the daily lives of my aunts and uncles, I don't know. Because that came from my grandfather's side of the family. That name, anyway. So I have no idea. Sue says, I've got 5 fabrics for back of quilt. Do you leave large pieces, cut into strips, or question mark? You can do however you want to do. I'm one of those people that the less seam, the better. So I tend to just sew all of my 5 pieces together, and then I lay out and cut the length of how much I need, and then go from there. I try to do as the least number of seams as possible. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just upside down. I thought I had turned one again. It's just upside down. Um, and Connie saying, my pug and I keep taking cat naps today, but listening to you, it's dark and cold here. Great for napping, yes. And that's what I figured I was going to do, is sleep the whole day away again without any sewing. So that's why I'm in here trying to sew some of these pieces. I'm still going to be behind, but at least I've sewed some of them, because I am going back to bed. Sadly, but I am. And it's like, when this type of stuff happens and stuff make me sleepy, I have a very low tolerance for medications anyway. And so I just succumb to it and get all the rest I can, because I know I run myself hard on a daily basis. So, and then I'll make sure I'm up early tomorrow. Now, the funny thing is, too, I got an Amazon order from UPS, and they came here at 11. When I have orders that I really need, my fabrics, my product, yeah, then they come at 4 and 5 and 7 o'clock at night, okay? So I got packages scheduled to come in tomorrow. I hope they come in early like they did today. And Sue saying, okay, I'll go less seams and large. Right. And it's funny, because when I've done that, people will turn their quilt to the other side and say, I like this side better than the front other one. I'm like, really? I did all this piecing. You could have told me that. I could have made you 2 like that in a day with the quilting. T, is this a free sew along with Bonnie? Yes, it is. It's free until she gets to the last clue. So what you do is you just go to her website, her blog, not her website, her blog, and on the right side of the screen, it'll give you the links to introduction, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you just download, you can click on it and you can download them as PDFs. Because I never print them, because she does a lot of demoing of different ruler types. And she's very chatty. And so I never print them, because they're like, I think one of them was like 13 pages or something. And I go, oh no. So I just write down how many I need or what, and go from there. This one I didn't even write down. I do download the PDF to save it, because if you don't, and you have to go back and do something later, or if you want to make it bigger, you won't have the instructions anymore once the mystery is done. I don't know how long she keeps it up, but it's a few weeks maybe that she takes them, and then it's going to be either in one of her books. She's going to start doing classes, things like that. So it won't be free anymore. Was Kim Teresa a moderator? I didn't do nothing. I don't know. I didn't know if she was a moderator on here. I don't remember that, but I'll put her as a moderator. It's no big deal. Can you put a link to Bonnie's blog? No, I can't. It's quiltville.com. So www.quiltville.com. And then you just click on the blog and it'll take you over to the blog. If you know how you want to type the whole thing, you just put www.quiltville.com/blog spot. Blog spot. I'm trying to get these sewed before I get off of here. So I need to go back here and sew these through. I hate to keep you guys longer than 2 hours. Got all my little units here. I'm laughing at the sleeves comment. Yeah, they do. Sleeves do get in your way. They'll grab your pieces. So I'm trying to push this stack up a little bit now. Don't go do that. Every seam I'm sewing wants to flip back the opposite direction. Yeah, she says that she's thinking about doing the house quilt with Pat Sloan. My Gil is working on the Moda house quilt. I haven't done a block yet, though. They're on block number 3 due in January. At January's meeting, so I got some catching up to do. I got thrown when the blocks are normally 12 inches high and somebody did them where they're 9 inches high. So now I was confused on what size I wanted to make. So that was one of the reasons. But I think I might go ahead and make the 12, and maybe I can use some of these African scraps or something, or fabrics that I got. That might be cute. Make an African village. Okay. Okay, you're welcome, Katrine. I'm glad you found it. Tiffany left. She's the one that goes out and get all the links for you guys. I appreciate her when she does that type of stuff. She's good and fast at it too. It's like, how do you do all of that and you in and out so fast? You don't even know she left. Oops. Gotta push myself back in this chair. Oh, Pat Sloan has some great ideas. Is this the Motor House pattern she's doing, or is it somebody else's? Because if it's the Motor, I might just stay behind my quilt Gil and work with Pat if she's doing something different with the houses. Oh, okay. Teresa was saying that she was a moderator months ago, and then she wasn't. Because I thought when I had put her back in that I made her a moderator. And I don't know if moderators can take other moderators in and out. And if I do it, it's my screen. Sometimes when I go to punch, when I first touch it to pull it up, and I'm already touching and going up, I'm giving it commands. That's how I've been putting people in timeout. And it's like screens just pop, the pop-up box comes up. I'm not even trying to do it. So anytime something is not right, I don't notice it. Just put something in the chat and I fix it right there. As far as moderator, if I take your moderator status, if I was taking your moderator status on purpose, I would have sent you a notice. I wouldn't just do that. So it was totally an accident. And accidents keep happening with you, Teresa. I know you probably taking it personal, but it's not. It is not. I just, when I'm scrolling and hitting the screen, I don't even realize sometimes that the thing has popped up. Sometimes I see it and I go, what are you doing up here? I didn't even hold the screen that long, but could be what happened. I notice on this phone, it doesn't happen as much as it did on my other phone. And I've had this phone, I think, since the beginning of November. And I'm actually using my backup phone right now. My real phone's over here. Almost there. I found a 4-carat diamond wedding set on the sink in the lady's room at work one time. Returned it, and the lady said she left it there. And the lady said she left it there fairly often. Oh my God, honey, if I just left it there once, that would have been enough for me. I'm real careful. I got my rings soldered together now instead of having them individual. And if it just gets to the point where I got to go somewhere where it's not a good idea to wear my ring, I just leave it at home. I just go without it. And that's what I was supposed to do today, was go pick up. I have a I'm in the Bowling Hall of Fame for bowling a 300 game. And I've had my ring a very long time, at least 10 years. And I wore it every day while I was working and typing on the keyboard every day. So I beat it up really bad. And then I looked down one day, one of my diamond pieces were missing. And so I took it into the jeweler for them to fix it. So that's what I got to pick up. So I'll wear that on my finger when I got to go somewhere where I feel like, oh, it may not be a good idea to wear that. I just put something else on my finger. And my mother even gave me her wedding ring, but I know it costs money, so I don't want to wear it every day either. I'd rather lose mine than lose hers. And she didn't get a wedding band, she just got an engagement ring. It's not a band on it. Or she didn't give it to me anyway. I got the ring with the stone. She could have given it to another sibling. My mom's been giving stuff away while she alive. Stuff she wants somebody to have. Okay, I'm trying to see. I got one oddball because I told you all I have these odds, and that's exactly what I got is an oddball. But we're going to cut this. I normally don't do that with a regular sewing machine, but this Bernina got to be oiled they say every 2 hours, but you know, at least every day. I've got so much stuff over here. I got the remote control for the television. This is what I'm looking for. Put that up. Put this up. Okay. I don't like this. You got to go down too far. Need this blade up a little higher. I guess it's for safety purposes. And I didn't even pull out the new one I got from my quilter friend. This is Sunflower Quilts little cutter. And I'm not counting these. I'll count them. I got to pull out the little thing so I can flatten them out. I'll count them after that. Okay. My youngest got to look at my scrap stash, put her hands on her hips and said, Mom, you are only a few yards shy of an episode of Hoarders. We all are as quilters. And that's what I feel like sometimes. Ella 812 says, hello, everyone. Hey, Ella, welcome. Or Ela. I know T left now. I do the same thing on my channel. Yep. It's like when you're trying to do so many things at once, that's why it's great when I see people doing lives or having events and things going on and they got somebody to read the comments. I'm so envious. It's like I can't even get a reader. My husband has no desire. He appreciates everything that I do in quilting, but he has no desire to do any of these functions. They just don't bring him joy. And I don't want him to do it if it's not bringing him joy, because then it might cause mistakes and stuff. So, and I'm not, it's okay that he's not, you know, that's his choice. He doesn't want to, this is not something he signed up for. This is what I signed up for. So, that's what I told her, Joe. She just laughed. I told her it's hoarding. It's not hoarding. I'm rescuing fabric from a life of dust and boredom. And slowing down, Joe was saying that hoarding does not include fabric or yarn. Thank you, Teresa Louise. She's giving you all Bonnie's YouTube. Why YouTube? They wanted her website for the sew along, but I think most of them have it now. Sue says, got my 40% off yardage at Apple Tree yesterday. Yes, hunty, that Apple Tree, 40% off is an awesome thing in Apple Tree, because every piece of fabric in that store I would buy. I don't think, I could be mistaken. They might, maybe they do have a few reproductions, but they're not on my radar because it's so much bright stuff in there. And then they got a whole room, 2 walls filled with batiks. It's just prettiness everywhere. And then their sale room by itself is an awesome place to be. So Sue had a good time in there. Teresa gave you Bonnie Hunter's website. If you can use that link too, and I'm sure she's got it under any of her videos. That's Nora. Kim smelling that soup, getting hungry. And Teresa, like me, saying a nap sounds really good. Yep. Vanessa Johnson says, been listening in a while driving, running errands in town. Glad to be home and have enjoyed the chatter very much. Well, thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate you popping a comment in the box for us. Yep, www.quiltville.com. Thank you. And Sue can't put in a actual link web address because she's not a moderator. So you'll just have to adjust that as you need. Yep, folding and stacking the basics. Yep. I figured Bonnie would have a website on YouTube site too. It was faster for me. Yep. Carla Wilson is just come in saying good afternoon, tea and quilters. But we're about to leave, Carla. I'm ready to go take a nap. I am so tired. I still got a box of stuff. But we sold all of these. I'll just put them in my hand. They don't have to stay in these separate stacks. We finished all of these today. Little hourglass units just for people that are coming in. They all got to be pressed with a heated iron. I just pressed them with my little press stick. So this is what we did today. So that's more than what I had before I came in here 2 hours ago. And maybe it'll motivate me to go take a nap and come back in here and do a few more. I'll have to sort some stacks because everything I have sorted in the reds is gone, and this is all of the whites that I have sorted. So I'll have to sort more of these stacks back here. But I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. I want to appreciate you guys for coming in here today. I know some people are home on Christmas vacation, and appreciate you spending some of your time with me today. So, and Darlene says, I got a lot of sewing done today. Yes. And I know too that when I come in here, it's going to slow me down because I'm reading chats. But I'd rather have, today was one of those days where I'm so sleepy and all I want to do is sleep. I just wanted something to do, and talking to you guys at least made me get another 60 of those units completed. So that's pretty cool. Heather says, Grant says, bye y'all, and an errand to run. So bye-bye, Heather. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, she said, Carla's saying she just saw the notice. So it's late coming to some people, and the other people were in here right away, got it. And it wasn't one that I scheduled, Carla. It was an impromptu one. So pretty cool. You're welcome, Mary. And thanks, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and end here. You all stay safe, be blessed, and quilt out, everybody.